Choi hyunsuk, the most beloved person in my life. Today marks the 21st of the month, aka his birthday, and normally I'm not the biggest birthday enthusiast, typically just for my parents, sibling and the other members, but I typically look forward to Hyunsuk's birthday tremendously more so than I do my own. Mine already passed and I didn't really post about it, except for a tweet that got deleted pretty fast, but Hyunsuk's birthday, above everyone else, is undoubtedly the one that I look forward to the most, not because anyone else is of lesser importance to me, but because Hyunsuk has been so tremendously influential on my life. And while I'm well aware that every time I talk about him in depth like this, it grows repetitive rather quickly, but my words always come out of a place of love deep within my heart, and if I say the same things a lot, it's because it affected me a lot in my mental psyche. I know I couldn't navigate this world without Hyunsuk leading me through it, so that's why a day like today is very important to me. After all, birthdays are a celebration of life, and Hyunsuk's is very worth celebrating, and I look forward to making these birthday videos every year. It's my way of showing love to him, and when it comes to this lovely man, there's so much to love about him, that it would almost be hard to cover in a whole video, if I allowed myself the time, but if I truly tried to do that, that video would likely be exponentially long, but, since it's Hyunsuk's birthday, I'm sure it would be best to talk about things we love about him. Like, how tremendously talented he is. I've said this a lot, maybe more so in my letters that don't make it to YouTube, but I truly think that Hyunsuk is a one-of-a-kind talent, and I feel like we're lucky to be living in the same timeline as him. As corny as that may sound to others, that's just how I feel. He's the whole package of personality and talent. Of course, in this industry, there's plenty of idols who are multi-talented, but there's something about the way Hyunsuk does everything that he does, in a special way, being able to produce the amazing quality of songs that he does, rap with such charisma and poise, even sweet vocals, which some people don't expect from their rappers in a group, and dancing perfectly every time he's on stage. I truly believe that Hyunsuk can do it all, and do everything well. Are you guys familiar with the one phrase jack of all trades, master of none? I feel like this can apply to a lot of people that we may know, but Hyunsuk actually can be considered the master of all, in my opinion. Of course, you guys may form your own opinion and consider me biased, but even so, this belief about him is something I truly feel in my heart. He's so captivating to me and always will continue to be. I know Hyunsuk is always going to be someone I find very comforting, of course, but also someone to learn from, which I think is important. This is also a very reoccurring topic in my letters, considering I do daily writing and this is very frequent on my mind. I always remind myself that I'm lucky to have found Hyunsuk, especially at the point in time I found him. But I think it's hard to find a true role model in life that you truly resonate with fully. Someone who can comfort you, inspire you and make you want to be a better person, for yourself and for those around you, in such a big and vast world. I think I was lucky to be able to find someone who my heart could connect with, but also someone as amazing as Hyunsuk. Specifically, his talents are naturally something that could make anyone envious, and work to replicate themselves. I find myself on normal days working extra vigorously, simply because I think that's something that Hyunsuk may do as well, but a big factor why I love him so much, and I'm sure I've said as much in prior videos, is that warm and welcoming personality of his. Surely, a good amount of people who have the talents that Hyunsuk have, to his caliber, may grow overconfident or cocky, or even changing over the course of their career due to popularity and such. But Hyunsuk has always remained the same. He's never let anything go to his head and just appears to me as this ray of sunshine, who treasure makers, and treasure themselves, are lucky to have. Of course, we don't see everything. It's only natural for people to be different off camera. Even I find myself a little different from when I'm on YouTube or streaming on Twitch, but I don't think that's necessarily faking either. I just believe it's showing the best version of yourself. but I do think that hyunsuk is likely just the same as he is on screen, as he is off screen. And I think we can conclude this to some extent with the stories we've heard from treasure makers who have talked with the boys themselves. You know, everyone I've heard from, or even my own friends who have met treasure, have always spoke highly of hyunsuk, which just goes to show what an amazing person he is, and how I feel we're all truly lucky to be able to know him, and I really hope that one day, I can be sort of like hyunsuk. Of course I don't want to copy every aspect of his personality, I'd still like to be myself, but there's so much that I could learn from him, like how to stay positive, how to treat others kindly, how to take care of them, and so forth. Hyunsuk is always kind and generous, working hard for the others around him, and I wish I could be like that. Plus I never really see him anxious too frequently, which is for the better, really, but my anxiety really gets the better of me, more often than not. Having hyunsuk around, as you may guess, helps me through it, so I'm thankful for that, but if I could consistently be more like him, that'd be ideal. Even after so many years of having him as my role model, I still have a lot of hard days, and sometimes I feel like I don't deserve to have him in my life at all, but I adore him very much, and just simply wish the best for him. I'm not one of these fans who actively seeks acknowledgement from my idols, which isn't a bad thing by the way, just not my style, but I'm perfectly content just having him around, but my only desire is hoping that I could do something in return. So that's why I do videos like this, and compilations like usual. It's my way of giving back to treasure, in some way or another, whether it's successful or not, I'm unsure, but it's my attempt, and I used to do a lot of art of hyunsuk as well before I semi-retired. He was my muse for the longest time, and I know if I ever go back to drawing, he'll likely be the first thing I try to draw, but I digress. I'm afraid this video may have partially gone off topic, but I think a birthday video, it's just okay to talk about the person and how much you love them, right? I'm sure everything I've mentioned in this video isn't anything I haven't said before, whether from a previous video or an old letter, but these feelings are from my heart, and I want to share it to the world, and maybe you guys can share yours too, because I know we all love Mr. Choi very deeply. I think I'd be happy that as time progresses, I could become more like hyunsuk when it comes to expressing my feelings. He always speaks eloquently and I can just feel the sincerity from his words. When that kind of genuine emotion is hard to find from anyone else. But treasure in general is a special group with extraordinary boys, and I think they've been able to flourish so well as a group thanks to hyunsuk's influence. Personally, but maybe I'm just rambling. As per usual, I just simply think I'm happy to be able to talk about hyunsuk and have a reason to do so, without worrying too terribly much if I'm bothering people with it or not. I sort of ponder lately if it's worth making milestone videos because I know it isn't what people enjoy, but talking about hyunsuk makes me happy since he's been such a positive influence in my life, and for such a long while now. It's been an amazing and beautiful experience for me to be his fan so long and almost in a sense, grow older with him. 'Cause it's weird to think about, but I'm technically not too much younger than hyunsuk, just by 3 years, and our birthday is a month apart. So when I found him, he was 19 and I was 16. So I finished out my teenage years and went into adulthood whilst being his fan and learning great life lessons through his influence as a role model, which he provides to me constantly by being himself, a truly amazing person. And in turn, I've also seen hyunsuk blossom from a super young trainee into a well-experienced idol, which he's still young by the way. I didn't mean to make it sound like he's old now lol. Again, he's not much older than me. I don't wanna make myself have an existential crisis over age, but going through a good chunk of my life as hyunsuk's fan has definitely made it better, and I hope that he lives a long happy life and we're all able to spend it with him. But I'm sure you guys are tired of my awkward ramblings by now. I just wanted to make hyunsuk's birthday video. I think I'll cut it here. But thanks for watching guys. Love you all. But most importantly, I love hyunsuk. See you next time. Bye bye.